Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. This international break settings, and you know what that means. There's never really a lot to talk about. Everyone's just waiting for the Premier League to kick back into action. And it's jarring. We've had like 3 match days and they've just gone and snatched the Premier League from us just like that. But that means there's some dead topics going around and some dead narratives flying around because that always happens during the international break. So we're here to debunk it. Big up to every single one of you that's in here, though. It's day 52 of the 1,461-day reign as your world champs. You already know what it is. Big up to all the kings, queens watching. Big up to all the other unwashed mutants. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that crap. And we're here to talk not just about Nicolas Jackson, but I wanted to talk about this as well. And I'm going to start off with this because obviously, you know, the virtue signaling rival fans, they saw this article and they loved using this as another excuse to try and drag down the name of the gargantuan Chelsea. But let's get into this. The bomb squad apparently is something morally bankrupt in the world of football. The extent of the bomb squad isolations include having to use a separate toilet, a different changing room, and not being allowed to eat with any first teamers. The remaining bomb squad members are Sterling, Disasi, and Datro Fofana. I do want to start off by saying, for us to even get the bomb squad down to 3, very happy with that. Very happy with that work. But obviously, you know, people are going to start doing the whole fucking depressing BS about something like this. This is nasty work. People will deflect and still say they're still getting paid. Well, they are. But this is a terrible way to treat people. In fact, let's get the violin. Little violin. This club is an absolute disgrace. An absolute disgrace. Yeah, like your club ain't done the exact same thing. Standard. Charlie as well. Big up Charlie, my G. Not being allowed to eat with first teamers is actually mental. No, it is not. No, it is not. And we're going to explain to you why. Let's get rid of this violin first. So, like, you've done your purpose. Big up. But apparently it's mental that we isolate players that aren't a part of first team plans from working within the first team. Especially players that we have actively tried to get rid of and have done everything within their power to make it difficult for us. Datro Fofana aside, I do want to say that Datro Fofana just got very, very unlucky. He was meant to have a loan move to Charlton, and it just fell through. I think it might have just been a timing thing. We did put a deal sheet through, but the medical wasn't able to get completed in time, and now we're stuck here. Personally, I wouldn't mind reintegrating him, but he's another one that isn't part of the first team plans. And if you're not part of the first team plans, why should the manager be wasting his time with you? All due respect. He's got other players that he needs to work with. Much more other options. And we were like this last season. Maresca was saying, I only have a 25-man squad. That's the only players that I'm concerned with and I'm working with. And that is it. Raheem Sterling. People are going to talk about how a legend of the game is being treated like this. He is more than happy to sit on his ass and just collect a paycheck every week. So people can miss me with the scaremongering on this or the whole virtue signaling nonsense about how we're treating him. Sterling only wants to stay in London and collect his paycheck, so you collect your paycheck. You clearly don't want to play football anyway. You've got one eye on retirement. You've already opened up an academy. You just go do your thing, sit there and collect your paycheck and don't make a fuss about it. Whatever. This is our L for giving you that money. Disasi is the one I'm the most disappointed in out of everybody because he had offers. He had offers from, I think, Palace, West Ham. There was even a rumor about Ajax being in for him, and that would give you Champions League football and a chance to contend for a league. And he didn't take any of those options. And I'm meant to feel bad that Chelsea have now isolated him from the rest of the team? No. Hell no. Hold that. You had options to leave. And you chose to stay for 40k a week as well. You're not even earning that much here. But I'm meant to feel so boo-hoo. They don't get to eat with the first teamers. This happens all the time. Bomb squads are normal. Man United just had one. PSG had a 15-man bomb squad a couple years ago that included Kylian Mbappe and Wijnaldum and them, man. Like, we're meant to care about them. But it's Chelsea, so we have to run the narrative that Chelsea Football Club are villains. Standard BS. But that was just one thing that I had to get off my chest. The second thing, Nicolas Jackson. Now, we all know how the saga ended, and it kind of ended a bit messy. He was meant to just go on loan to Bayern Munich. In the last minute, we tried to get him back, and he was like, nope, we already agreed. I'm going on loan. And now, because of that, people are saying that it was a worse situation than Romelu Lukaku. I don't see how we come back from this. This is apparently worse than Lukaku. Apparently now Nicolas Jackson doesn't like Chelsea because he said the most important moment in his career so far was signing for Villarreal. And obviously Chelsea fans got in their feelings because we are just a very, very sensitive fan base. Another narrative that was going around through all of this, just, oh, why did he not mention Chelsea? Oh, why did he not mention Chelsea? Even from some of our own as well on YouTube, man, like Miz, big up to Miz. But he was like, if it wasn't for Chelsea, he wouldn't be at Bayern Munich today or even be linked with so many Premier League clubs. Chelsea took him in when no other clubs dared to think about a striker from Villarreal. I don't think Jackson ever underestimates or like disrespects his time at Chelsea or the impact that Chelsea Football Club have had on him. But signing for Villarreal, first off, is a much bigger moment for him because that was the club, that was his first ever European club. That was the club that gave him his big break. He wouldn't be at Chelsea if it wasn't for Villarreal. He wouldn't be at Bayern if it wasn't for Villarreal. He wouldn't be in Europe if it wasn't for Villarreal. So I completely understand why the most important moment for him in his career is Villarreal and not Chelsea. And anyway, it's his own opinion. I don't know why we're trying to use that as something to call him out as a rat for. Now, in terms of the whole Bayern situation, I completely get it. And like, if it was a situation where the loan was never on the cards and he was just refusing to play for us when Delap got injured, then I hear it. That's rat behavior. But this is a different situation. We had an agreement that he is going on loan to Bayern Munich. We've brought in 2 strikers. We've said to him, you can leave if you want to leave. You know what Chelsea's method is with transfers. If a player wants to go, we don't stand in their way. There was a loan option that we were willing to take. We took it. We let him go on loan. And at the last minute, Delap got an injury and we tried to bring him back. Now I was fine with that because I'm selfish. Don't get it twisted. It's always Chelsea first for me. I don't mind if we hurt people's feelings. But I also get that football players do have feelings. Nicolas Jackson did not want to come back because an agreement was made for him to go on loan to Bayern Munich, where he would be a number 2 instead of a number 3 and have a great chance of winning a Premier League over there too. Like, the time's done at Chelsea, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. That does not make him a rat. He hasn't said anything disrespectful about the club. He's only left with the agreement of the club. And then it was us that tried to end it. Like, after we had an agreement. I get why he would say, no, I want to continue this loan. It is what it is. That does not make him a rat. Now, if he says anything disrespectful about Chelsea, then it is what it is. That's snake behavior. But that's just not happened again. So, like, I get we would have rather had the third option. I definitely would have rather had the third striker option. You know, I've been saying this all summer. But it was concluded. And the fact that we chose to go back on it does not make him a snake. So I don't know why we're now trying to run that narrative. I saw another thing about Madueke saying he deserves this on his Instagram. And people trying to say like he's a rat. I don't even think Noni's a rat like that. Noni left because he saw the writing on the wall and he asked to leave. Sadly, he chose Arsenal, but that's his own fault. And like, that's your career to choose if you want to go be trophyless. But you're not a rat for that. You're a rat for what you say or do about Chelsea or say or do about Chelsea fans. And neither of them have said anything negative about Chelsea fans or Chelsea as an institution. So, yeah, why are we calling them rats? I don't really get that. That don't make any sense to me. But those are just the thoughts of Carefree that I wanted to just get off my chest. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below as well. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said. And yeah, big up to every single one of you that's locked in. It is day 52 of the 1,461-day reign as your world champs. And we'll see you lot soon. Big up, everybody. Like and subscribe, and up the Chels.